Right, welcome back. Last time we went ahead and grabbed a few provinces off of Austria for Bulgaria and Romania. Finished the Panama Canal. And Kiev decided to declare war on Muscovy, so due to competing alliance networks, I'm now at war with Aloniji. Yay. I'd rather that not be the case, but there's nothing much I can do about it right now, for right now. I'm also rapidly inventing academia and slowly obtaining global trade via, well, trade. Well, I'm also obtaining academia through trade, but invention's way faster than the trade, so. I can't wait to be at peace again so I can finally handle this. In a way it's more fitting. The speed I prefer. Oh, and there is one other thing that I forgot to mention. Regional tenure. Or whatever it was. I've done pretty much the last bureaucratic reform I plan on doing. Minor bureaucratic reform. I still want to do rational taxation and someday maybe the general conscription major reforms. Come on. I've got everything planned out, I just need to make sure that the words are correct. God, okay, finally. Yeah. Went for systematic for regional tenure. Went from local to systematic rotation, which reduces provincial corruption. So, to the point where I actually get less provincial corruption when state reaches higher. So, yeah. Also hit level 3 for the capital infrastructure at the capital, so that's nice. And now that I've passed all the, and I've also revoked all the privileges with the nobles that I wanted to get rid of. So now that that's the case, well, that means one thing. I can start reducing the quantity of the amount of power I give them through appeasement. Because they're getting it because we're all concert strategic marriage. They're getting an increase, but only a slight one. If I remove them, their resting point... I don't actually know where the resting point is. But it should decrease. I estimate that it's... maximum, the resting point will end up being 60%. Well, minimum. Around 60%. Of course, I need to bring them down to 55% if I want to upgrade governance, but that can wait. The reduced autonomy from improved communication efficiency, because I'm working on empire infrastructure right now, should further improve things. And it will be glorious. Judicial independence. Stability cost and revolt minus 1%. Experiments with paper money. Global ship trade power 4%. May sabotage reputation. Just you wait, that's gonna happen to me. And trade efficiency plus 2%. Depot system. Reduce morale damage, take my reserves minus 5%. Military tactics plus 0.25. Artillery fire plus 2. Yeah. First major step. It's the big step in artillery fire. And, well, my artillery has now more fire than any of my other troop types have in their attack values combined. Both fire and shock. So, artillery now is the game changer. Right. I do want to check one thing. Religious leagues. Yeah, that's not actually what I was looking for. Where's the... Oh, that's the political map mode. What I want is the coalition map mode in order to see who exactly has aggressive expansion with me. Because, simply put, I can pump it up with certain people as high as I want, so long as it's just one individual. Austria has -10, but that's it. Croatia has -13. Okay, Naples has 5. Yeah, the HRE has like -10. In general, although it depends on who it is. However, the Mamluks are the only ones that really care all that much about what I'm doing in Egypt. So long as I don't overdo it completely to have other groups dislike me, I can raise that aggressive expansion as high as I want. I just need to avoid forming coalitions with groups that I want to conquer. Or worse, groups that can actually manage to contest me in power. Those are few and far in between, and are basically impossible without China. Or several Indian powers all at once. And I mean several. But yeah, it should be feasible to do that. Plus Alexandria happens to be an important location. Yeah, important. Important harbor, important location. Not the best possible way to handle things. Well, not the best possible spot. Okay, the Sinai doesn't even have a natural harbor, but I don't think there's any better location along the Nile Delta for our harbor infrastructure, so... Of course, there might be good spots, important location, minor harbor. This spot doesn't even have any location effects. Yeah. Down there. I'll probably go imperialism. Ah, great. Oh, and I probably should do the politics stuff when it expires. Which is on the 26th. There we go. I don't need to raise the loyalty of the aristocrats much anymore. Oh, it's 65, okay. So I'm just going to promote the aristocratic faction. Right. Promote support commerce. And perform a show of devotion. I think I should also provide some money to them. Can I afford 15% of tax income? Well, that would be 32 ducats a month. I can afford it. I'm not sure if it's a great idea, but I can certainly afford it. And plus 15 loyalty is nothing to sneeze at. Besides, once I start turning them into actual taxpayers... Yeah. Though I'll probably secularize first. Since this will dramatically reduce the amount of power that the clergy have. Because their power is currently at 22% total. I'm not entirely sure how much of that is from wealth, but it's there. Secularizing will reduce their gravity by 15%, so... ignoring the plus 50% clergy power from wealth, their power will be 7%. Which is very low. Heck. Yeah, and dressing clergy power is already low because of faith aspects. Which... are defined by the religion itself, and it's difficult to tell what they are. The piety system literally doesn't work anymore, nor does the church influence. It's from outdated integrated mods within M&T that, well, haven't been replaced. The systems are still there because it's built up partially on the old base of the previous versions of M&T, where those were important aspects. The whole religion thing isn't fully implemented and can't really be affected. Oh, okay. Enable promote investments. Can I afford the inflation increase? Yes, I can do that 3 different times and it will still be fine. So I probably should pick one that is very, very close. So plus 15%. Probably be enough for that. 0%, 6.8%. There. That will probably get me a merchant once things recalculate. Okay, yeah. No, that's too much. I think that would have, yeah, not occupying any ports in the area. That issue. Now, I've got a lot of the wastelands filled in now. Not all of them. Because Katra requires Jela in order to be filled in. Which I get. Libya requires quite a bit. It's probably because the entire wasteland seems to stretch across, well, the entire modern-day Libyan coastline. Expand theme system. Core all. There we go. Just sit there. You could definitely use repairs, so... We did capture a lightship in the process of all that fighting, so... You head to Athens instead. Okay. Yet another merchant, probably from my conquests. Not particularly important. Oh. You happen to be a source node. There's 5 exits. Apparently no one cares about it outside of Morocco, Tlemcen, and Portugal. To put a merchant here. At least everyone that isn't collecting, so... I'd actually get quite a bit of trade power by setting a merchant here. Well, trade value, to be precise. I don't think anyone else important happens to be owning territory in the Tyrrhenian Sea. Or at least much territory. Yeah, the war with Muscovy ended, and boy did it end. Muscovy almost doesn't exist now. Almost. Oh, and I've also noticed that, of all things, Kiev happens to have a border with the Georgian tribes. So that's arguably worse than me having a border with Multan. Academia is also spread enough for me to embrace it, though I am not planning on doing so just yet. I mean, I might as well wait a little while. After all, I'm sure there's a few... Yeah, I mean, I know Laconia is going to embrace it before 1670. I think Corinthia as well. Okay, that's questionable. You're not embracing it anytime soon. Okay, Miletos is also going to embrace it soon. Correspond? No. I mean, Kypros is about to. Global trade still hasn't arrived in any provinces, though it's not going to take that long. It's predicted to happen in about 9-10 years, so session after the next, basically. I also declared war on the Mamluks and grabbed a bunch of territory, so... Alexandria. Would have to convert... twice. Or for that mission to complete. Okay. Yeah. There's basically just 3 provinces left in Lower Egypt before I can claim the Reconquer Egypt mission. Well, not 3 provinces, 4 actually. There happen to be some of the most developed provinces left that aren't something like Alexandria itself. Of course, I did generate a lot of aggressive expansion, but really it was only the Mamluks I got enough for coalition levels. Closest would be Kais with 39. Yeah. I also keep picking up new merchants. For example, I've, I guess, discovered the promote investments, which gives me enough trade power in the East Africa Company in order to get another merchant, which is great. Though I do need to continue building up this province if I want to see, well, a good amount of that. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. I've decided to start focusing on the clergy as my main target of improving loyalty in order to work towards secularizing and then turning the clergy into taxpayers so that they basically stop being a force in politics. Now that would be nice. I also have a new heir. Okay, so my aunt's current ruler is industrious, so she's improving my production efficiency. Both kinds of production efficiency by 2.5%. The heir is excellent when it comes to the skill department though, and should be enough to actually allow me to go to free peasantry. That plus 10% rural production is amazing. Plus, it means that peasant freedom will go through the roof and dramatically reduce the amount of money the aristocrats get. They will stop getting money from freeholding peasants, basically. Of course, I don't know what property share everyone has. Resource share? Okay, urban property share. I mean, yeah, based upon the fact that the lower class have 50% of the current view value, grazing peasant freedom will dramatically reduce their ability to obtain money. Heck, they're actually slightly losing wealth at the moment. That's mostly from massive quantities of consumption. Plus they're spending stuff on infrastructure and all that. They're getting, in fact, a lot of their income, almost all their income comes from property. That's their highest. And accounts for, say, 2/3? That's actually pretty close. About 2/3 of their income. Next would happen to be the feudal dues. Which is a seventh. Just over a seventh. With 1,000 ducats a year. Feudal dues, 20% plus. If, yeah, peasantry income transferred to aristocrat wealth. If I can get peasant freedom all the way up, I mean, it's currently at 35%, so this is 35. So the peasant property share times aristocrat power times, 1 minus peasant freedom, it's actually reduced to 0.66. Getting it all the way to 100, which is really only fully achievable with free peasantry, or noticeably achievable with free peasantry, will dramatically reduce that. It will cause their power from wealth to actually start to decrease. In fact, The resting point for power is dropping pretty quickly. Well, their current power is dropping pretty quickly, which is good. I need to get them weaker so that I can actually move towards gentry. Which will further... Free peasantry on aristocrat property would no longer have to pay feudal dues. That completely removes the feudal dues, that portion of the feudal dues. All that's left is a tiny percentage. Currently they get just 0.75% times aristocrat power of resident and burgher wealth. With this, not only does their power drop dramatically, but it goes down to just 0.25% of their power times their power on as an effect on resident and burgher wealth. Well, sort of. Thing is, for Siphons, their power is actually doubled, thanks to aristocrat administration within the obligations. Yeah. State reach is improving though, which is good. The realm is doing excellently at the moment. Not really much else to say. I still need to wait on truces with Austria if I go in that direction, and looks are slowly becoming dead in the water as I continue to conquer their provinces. I also keep rivaling and then unrivaling China, because it seems they're periodically getting a bit weaker. Just enough for me to be in rival range, and then, yeah. I might as well revoke the embargo for now. Also interesting is that apparently Clergy has gotten the historical friend modifier. So they're definitely not giving me up as a friend. And should I manage to claim their throne in a personal union, they will be absolutely loyal. But I've gone on long enough. Oh, I also tech that, though that's not very important. Outside of the fact that my artillery now has +2 fire, which makes artillery the force of the battlefield. Anyway, I have definitely gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then.